Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Fans of Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Paulie Price, and today we're going to be talking about Wrestlemania Day 2. So the first match of the night was Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. This was a really great match. It was a hard-knock match. They were going back and forth. This was a full-on fight. And Charlotte Flair really started early on one of the legs of Rhea Ripley and just targeted the knee, the back of the knee, was going back and forth, pretty much had control of the match. There were some moments where Rhea was able to get the upper hand, but the Queen was all over Rhea Ripley and didn't give her a chance. In fact, she dethroned Rhea Ripley and is now the new NXT Women's Champion for the second time. So congratulations to Charlotte Flair. I was really shocked at the outcome. I thought Rhea Ripley was going to come out with the win here, but it is what it is. For me, I'm going to give that match a 4 out of 5. I thought it was really good. Hard knock match. It had longevity. It was good physicality and good psychology. All right, the next match was Alistair Black versus Bobby Lashley. A match I really didn't care that much about. It kind of came about. I'm sure it was supposed to be Bobby Lashley versus Rusev. But with everything going on, I don't know if Rusev was in quarantine or whatever. So we got Alistair Black. Kind of a squash match if you want to ask, because yeah, Bobby had a couple of moves going on at the beginning, but after that, Alistair Black just put Bobby Lashley on his back with the black mass and got the 1, 2, 3. So lackluster for me. Really don't care that much about Bobby Lashley, especially that they're just basically running over him with every other character that they have. So for me, I'm going to give this match a 3 out of 5. The next match was Otis versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, this definitely was an interesting match. This had a good storyline that I was into. That was on SmackDown. We know what's going on with Otis, that he really loves Mandy Rose and he wants to be boyfriend and girlfriend with her, but Dolph got in the way. And then we find out last week on SmackDown that Dolph and Sonya Deville had something to do with that. That text message that happened on Valentine's Day that caused the whole explosion of their relationship, or possible relationship. So now we're getting the outcome. Dolph Ziggler got confronted, and they're going one-on-one. Otis finally getting his hands on Dolph. And I really love this match. The good retribution in it. And then at the end, seeing Mandy Rose come out and kind of assist Otis because Sonya Deville was out ringside with Dolph and was kind of helping him. So she came out and she slapped Sonya right in the face, knocking her down. Low blowed Dolph Ziggler while the ref was being distracted by Sonya Deville, crying that she was hit. And then Otis getting the win. I loved it. It was great. For me, I'm going to give this match a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. It was entertaining. The retribution for Otis was great. And the kiss at the end, everything phenomenal. Loved it. I got closure. So congrats to Otis and Mandy right there. All right, the next match on the card was Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match. And let me tell you, these guys were the last man standing because that match was about 40 minutes. Was it long? Yes. Did it need to be that long? No. Was it a great match? Yes. Okay, so yes, it wasn't in the ring, so technically it wasn't a match, but it was a last man standing match. So it doesn't need to be in the ring. It's kind of boring when it's in the ring, because then it's just like the same thing over and over. Here, we got to see them go through all the areas of the Performance Center. Basically going all the way to the stock room in the back where they have all the ladders and the production trucks. And, you know, really, they went through the weight room. They really just hit up everything throughout the Performance Center. Again, yes, it was a long match. But I kind of think it needed to be a little bit because of all the animosity behind this match. And all of the storytelling that they've been doing. I mean, it would kind of be stupid if they did the match 1, 2, 3 and it was like, oh, we built it up all for this. Because when it finally got to the end and I saw Edge's face when he stopped the count and continued to punish Randy Orton and then hits him with that chair, and basically Randy Orton was moaning every count that the ref was doing. Just everything that Randy was doing and Edge was doing to sell and to promote each other's pain was phenomenal. Great job. I felt them. I felt like I was there. I was exhausted watching the match because I felt the tension between them. So great job. I'm giving these guys a 5 out of 5. I don't care what anybody says. You don't like that? Too freaking bad. Come up with your own podcast, because those guys just put on a phenomenal show for us to just sit there and be entertained. And they did just that. And I got to give it to them. Just a great job, especially doing the RKO and the spears on top of the production truck. Phenomenal. 5 out of 5. Thank you so much, guys, for that match. And right after that match, we saw Ron Gronkowski actually pin Mojo Rawley to become the 24/7 champion. So now we know why Gronk is in WWE. And our next match was for the Raw Tag Team titles. And it was the Street Profits versus Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Now, this match came about because I don't know why. So I really didn't care about this match, considering the fact that these guys are not even a tag team and they put them together. Neither is Garza and Andrade. So, like, even if he was injured and they put in Theory, I don't care about this match. So, this really bothered me. They should have found somebody else, even if they weren't involved in a storyline. Who cares? Give me a tag team. Surprise me. I didn't care about this match. So, to me, I'm going to give this match a 3 out of 5. It was boring, and I don't even want to go on about it. The only part that I did like was the end when the match was over and Zelina Vega was kind of attacking the Street Profits, and Bianca Belair came out to save her man Montez Ford. That was the only part I liked. Other than that, I really didn't care about the match. Now we're going to move on to the Firefly Funhouse match. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Not much of a match, but listen, I guess they promoted it that way because they didn't know what to call it. Few people didn't like the match on Twitter, and a lot of people did. I loved it. I thought it was great. Great storytelling, especially with John Cena. Like, I don't need to see John Cena wrestle, okay? And what they did, I actually thought it was great. I thought it was great. I had no complaints. I liked it. It was gimmicky. It was cheesy. It was corny. It was fun. And that's what wrestling is. It was great. Just every segment that they did, mocking Vince McMahon, just with the puppets and going back to all the different versions of John Cena and going back to the story of Bray Wyatt changing because of John Cena beating him years ago. It just was a great storyteller. And for anybody that didn't like that match, you're an idiot, because go back and watch it. It really, yeah, okay, I'm not going to say it was a match. Definitely wasn't a match, but it was very entertaining, and we did see Bray Wyatt come out with the win over John Cena. All right, now we're going to move into the main event, and that was the WWE Championship Match. Drew McIntyre, the Royal Rumble winner, versus Brock Lesnar. Oh man, this was awesome. I loved it. It ended the show. It was great. I loved everything about it. Brock came out first, started pounding on Drew, gave him the F5. Drew kicking out at 1. Just kept giving him F5s, kept kicking out. I'm honestly, I wouldn't have done it better. Honestly, I couldn't have done it better. It was so great. The storytelling, although it was a short match, I didn't think it was going to be more than 3 or 4 minutes. But the storytelling that it did within those few seconds was like a 15-minute match in my eyes, because it was amazing. Go back and watch that match. After Drew is celebrating and he's going on the top turnbuckle and he's posing, check it out. Brock is still laid the hell out with his arms spread, his legs spread, not moving. That, my friends, is how you sell. For me, Brock was selling, and selling. And when he was finished selling, he was selling some more. And that is the rule. He did just that. He put Drew over to the moon, to the second moon on Moondor. It's just that simple. It was a great match. It's a 5 out of 5 match in my book. Screw you. I don't care what you say. All right, now we're at the end of the show where I'm going to rate it, and now I'm going to give the refs a 5 out of 5. They did an outstanding job on Moondor. It's just that simple. It was a great match. It's a 5 out of 5 match in my book. Screw you. I don't care what you say. All right, now we're at the end of the show where I'm going to rate it, and now I'm going to give the refs a 5 out of 5. They did an outstanding job. Sean Bennett doing the main event. I commend him. Congratulations, fella. For the match card rating, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It was lined up perfect. Wouldn't have changed anything. For the production value, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It was great. The commentary, just everything the pieces, the production value for the Firefly match was great. It really was just a phenomenal production value. And for the overall show value, I'm going to give the show a 5 out of 5. I know people are going to hate on me, but I really don't care, because screw you, get your own podcast. But I think this was definitely better than day one. And I just like the matches. The storytelling was good. It was entertaining. I felt like day 2 was my WrestleMania. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you don't like my reviews of rating, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a fan.